His identity as an academic is actually a mask he used to cover up the organization's secret imams. In a sense, he supported the throne games within the organization. He also tried to market himself as an objective journalist. He is one of FETÖ'cü bureaucracy imams. We got to know him as the chairman of the Media Ethics Council. He has assumed senior positions at very critical points in the organization. He says he founded this organization with 2 crazy people and 1 parent. Hello everyone, we continue our videos about the dark side of the Fethullahist terrorist organization. This week, due to the approaching anniversary of the July 15 coup attempt, I will talk about the confessions made by fugitive FETÖ members who fled abroad after the July 15 coup attempt. Before starting our video, we commemorate our heroes who were martyred in the July 15 coup attempt once again with mercy and wish a speedy recovery to our veterans. Thanks to their sacrifice, we once again express our gratitude to them for eliminating the scourge of the Fethullahist terrorist organization from our country. Immediately after the July 15 coup attempt, the FETÖ ringleader made a statement to international media organizations in the United States, claiming that he had nothing to do with the coup attempt. Later, as we explained in the confession video, FETÖ members in Turkey were prevented from becoming confessors by making statements that bail and $1 would not be considered a crime. However, some statements made by fugitive FETÖ members abroad, especially in the last year, proved once again that the coup attempt was carried out by FETÖ. Moreover, these names are not just FETÖ members who are ordinary social media users, but people who have assumed high-level positions within the terrorist organization or who have served as its hitmen. If you are ready, let's start our video. The first person in our video is one of FETÖ's most senior executives. This person is Halit Esendir. Halit Esendir was FETÖ's imam in Pakistan and Afghanistan. He was the first director of the Dershanis established by the organization in Izmir before September 12. He was the director of Yamanlar College, which was established after September 12. We know him as the chairman of the Media Ethics Council, but he doesn't actually do much in journalism. He has assumed senior positions at very critical points of the organization. And he is on the run after the July 15 coup attempt. He is currently in Germany. He is a man who proudly declares that he is protected by Germany.
In the countries we are in, they treat you more closely depending on the size of your problem in Turkey. The more incidents and problems you have, so easy that your transactions are carried out quickly.
Halit Esendir made a statement on his social media account that the civilian imams who went to Akıncı Bahçe, namely Adil Öksüz, Kemal Batmaz, Hakan Çiçek, Nurettin Oruç, and Harun Biniş, were FETÖ members and belonged to their structure. But he said that the ringleader had been deceived. He claimed that the goodwill of the organization's ringleader was abused. Following Halit Esendir's post, we published a special news article on the realities of FETÖ, in which Halit Esendir made a confession on July 15th. Because he is not an ordinary member of the organization. In the words of the FETÖ ringleader, he says that I established this structure with 2 madmen and a guardian. One of these evidences is Halit Esendir. In other words, Halit Esendir, a man who was among the founding cadres of the organization, admitted that the civilian imams who led the July 15 coup attempt were members of the organization. However, he said that the FETÖ ringleader was also victimized and deceived. He confessed that the organization's executives were involved in this crime by somehow protecting the ringleader of the organization. After we shared Halit Esendir's confession in FETÖ Facts, he panicked and said that he didn't mean it exactly like that. His tweet is obvious. Second on our list, there is one of FETÖ'cü bureaucracy imams, Mahmut Akpınar. Mahmut Akpınar has his own YouTube channel, and in a video he shot on this YouTube channel, he made the following statements. In the July 15th coup attempt, some of the people who showed us in the incident sent civilian imams still working in Pennsylvania to the raider. These are people who lack strategic intelligence, and they made us responsible for July 15th. However, Mahmut Akpınar also claims that the FETÖ ringleader had no responsibility in the incident. The Immediately afterwards, he actually contradicts himself by revealing that the team that planned the July 15 coup attempt can still meet freely with the organization's ringleader in Pennsylvania. We had published this confession of Mahmoud Akpinar in FETÖ Facts. And even though Mahmoud Akpinar describes himself as an academic, his identity as an academic is actually a mask he uses to cover up the organization's secret imams. Mahmoud Akpinar is a senior organization executive. He is on the wanted list for terrorism. And on his YouTube channel, he confessed that the team that planned the July 15 coup attempt is still in Pennsylvania meeting with the organization's ringleader. Tunçay Ovçin is the third person to confess that the FETÖ terrorist organization carried out the July 15 coup attempt. Tunçay Ovçin is a well-known public figure. At the time of the December 17 judicial conspiracy, he was a person who exposed the organization's aim by saying that no one cares about the court decision in these matters. What matters is perception. One day before the July 15 coup attempt, he wrote on his Twitter account, he had tweeted that they would raid him in bed and hang him at dawn. Although he claimed that this tweet had nothing to do with July 15, the fact that this tweet was sent one day before the coup and that Tunçay Ovçin was known as a senior figure in the FETÖ terrorist organization's military intimate structure showed that Tunçay Ovçin was aware of the coup. However, Tunçay Ovçin's July 15 confession is not this tweet. Tunçay Ovçin made this confession 5 years after the July 15 coup attempt in order to silence members of the organization who criticized the organization for carrying out the coup. In his confession, he said the following: by asking whether you would have continued to criticize the organization if the coup had succeeded, he actually admitted that they themselves had carried out the July 15 coup attempt and that the dissenting
voices within the organization had started to rise because they had not succeeded. Tunçay Ovçin represents a section of the organization that silently and unquestioningly obeys the organization. He opposes criticizing the organization for cheating. He is a person who tries to silence the dissenters in the organization by constantly criticizing them, and he made the following statement.
Let's repeat it again. If the July 15 coup attempt had succeeded, would you have continued your criticism? I mean, you criticize us, but you criticize us because we failed in the coup. If we had succeeded in this coup, you would have benefited from it and not criticized us. Tunçay Ovçin's confession was recorded as one of the confessions that proved that the Fethullahist terrorist organization perpetrated the July 15 coup attempt. Emre Uslu was another FETÖ member who made a confession about July 15. Emre Uslu pointed to the date of the coup by saying July to a question about when he would come to Turkey before the coup. Emre Uslu is a person who makes propaganda for the Fethullahist terrorist organization through his social media accounts, tries to adjust politics on its behalf. And when the slightest criticism is made against him from within the organization, I already say these things with my identity as an academic and a journalist. He is a name that tries to justify himself by saying that I am not part of your structure. Emre Uslu tweeted that he admitted that FETÖ was behind the July 15 coup attempt for the following reason. I said during the July 15 coup attempt that these things cannot be solved with a coup. Bigger struggles are needed, but they didn't listen to me, and the community was dragged step by step into the coup process, as he put it. I am saying the same thing now. These things can be solved with a total struggle. Emre Uslu's confession. It took place around the same time as Tunçay Ovçin's tweet in which he addressed the dissidents within the organization, and Emre Uslu was recorded as another FETÖ leader who admitted that FETÖ had carried out the July 15 coup attempt. Fifth on our list is Ahmet Donmez, a FETÖ operative we have previously mentioned in our videos. Ahmet Donmez has written a long series of articles and videos, first on how the congregation was dragged step by step to July 15, and then on Mustafa Özkan's dark men, claiming that FETÖ members were also involved in the July 15 coup attempt, but that Mustafa Özkan, who founded another organization within the organization, was primarily responsible for it, while the FETÖ ringleader had little involvement in this incident. Ahmet Donmez's traditional attitude has always been the same in the cheating scandal, the Sezai incident, and the prison riots. By singling out FETÖ'cü's ringleader and claiming that some of the organization's senior executives were involved in crimes, he both supported the throne games within the organization in a sense and tried to market himself as an objective journalist. Ahmet Dönmez knows that no one can do anything within the terrorist organization without the knowledge and approval of the FETÖ ringleader. Gültekin Bibar, one of the names specially trained by the FETÖ ringleader, had already explained this fact. We have explained the confessions made by pirate FETÖ members about FETÖ's involvement in the July 15 coup development. We will continue with the videos in which we explain the crimes committed by the FETÖ'cü terrorist organization. To support us, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification for new videos, and share this video on your social media accounts. Thank you for your support.